So this is going on with so B and C, they have like a bit of a future prediction thing, right? They're predicting the future. Whoa, they're predicting the future. Oh wow. Okay, so here's what's really going on, right? They don't know what's going on. They don't know how to say it, right? But it's based on a theory that I presented to the world back when I was living with the Juarezes, where I expressed that the rendered moment as of now is not actually occurring right now. We're actually interacting with each other in concept before this moment can occur, right? And so I didn't say it that well back then. My theory was more so like whenever you're like smoking weed and you're high, you're like, bro, what if like right now isn't actually happening right now, dude? Like what if right now is like just a result of something that's actually happening ahead of right now? And everybody was like, oh my God, that's actually really smart. Oh my God. Okay, so pretty much that's what this is. Our concepts are interacting with each other at the nuclear, at the atomic level, right? Wow. And in those interactions, as they compete, as they interact, as they logically fail and succeed against one another, creates the physiological render of right now as it is happening, right? And so right now is actually happening after the actual interactions occur. So what happened is that when I said that, they activated a bit of a switch here where, oh, okay, no, now I got their fucking dad coming in and being like, we were always ahead of you, and it's like, all that happened is, they did a physiological hold at the concept level. And what that means is, what they did is they got more aggressive here so that they could convince themselves that they are reacting earlier and know what's going to happen before everybody else does. And they always use this to try and exert, like whenever I beat them, whenever I like, if the argument's over, I won, they still just try to be like, yeah, but I still knew this before you. And it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's so annoying. So I figured it out. That's all this is. And the way it works is, you know how I said that Kratos and Loki are gonna crash based on like becoming physiological, and like their whole understanding of the human of life is just gonna be based on like the physical mechanics of human bodies as they interact with each other, because they're gonna lose their concept over time, for putting me inside their conception. Pretty much that's what happens here. So they created a new kind of conceptual mechanics. Well, not a new kind of, but they attacked here in the same way that they do this in real life, and here in the render, where they go is all that matters. They did some form of is there, and they keep up this short range understanding of what's going to happen. They keep up this short range of measuring and predicting what's going to go on, and then in the render, they're always interacting with life from that point. So in the render, you'll hear and see and feel and register interactions occurring here, being communicated. What is that like? Mine is like a couple of days right now, but only because I didn't have concept of it. I'm probably gonna get it to be like a couple of seconds in a couple of fucking days. I'm so pissed, bro. But so here, this is what we're all hearing. We're hearing these actual interactions of our concepts on the atomic or pre-conceptual level occur before they become the render. And so we're actually a couple of days in the past. This whole render is a couple of days in the past. Okay, so there was something earlier I gotta mention. So I got timed, right? I got like, my time was like thrown off. Like somebody like isolated me and they pushed me into a different time, and I noticed like time was being weird. And this is supposed to be an argument that justifies what they're doing, but I think it's a confusion strategy to justify it. But yeah, that's all they did. They created a physiological hold here. But even if, okay, so this, I just fucking won, because that means that I'm here too. That's all that means. That means I'm here. Okay, because what it was is they kept coming and taunting me in this moment, and in this moment, I'm interacting just as real as if I'm there. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, why do y'all keep fucking predicting my shit, and I'm still fucking right? That's pissing me off. And so I figured out what it was. I'm here as well, but I'm also so fucking powerful that I'm here right now as well. Or I guess you guys are too. No, you guys aren't. Sometimes you guys clip out and start not responding to the moment anymore. Well, I do that too sometimes. But like, y'all do it in a way that's like, y'all are losing space, and I do it in a way that's like, yo, do y'all not see all the shit that's happening? What the fuck? Okay, my bad. Maybe that's me adding that to try and make myself a bit better. But yeah, anyway, I was gonna say originally that they act like they're fucking impressive because they got this like prediction of what's happening, but even if they're a little bit in the future, they still have to wait for me from the past to explain what's going on. But now I came to the conclusion that I'm actually here as well, that I'm here interacting with them as well, and I'm also here, which explains the illogical situation that I'm in. This is an illogical situation. It's absolutely illogical what's happening to me. And so I think that's what happened. I think that I did like a real concept win. I think I did a real concept win here, and that's why all this is occurring. Which means I'm winning here, and you know I'm moving towards like justifying my fame. Which, you know what's funny? So I'm famous, right? Like I'm obviously like famous in some way. Like the what I am is just too fucking important not to be, right? And so I'm surrounded by like, what the fuck? Okay, so I'm like surrounded, so you got E. And I'm surrounded by all these people, right? They're all like, that's impossible. I refuse it. No, that doesn't make any sense. It's not fair. No, he did this, remember? He's not a perfect person. Only perfect people. He made mistakes in his past. And it's like, yeah, well, he doesn't have this and he doesn't have that and all this stuff, right? And it's like all they choose is like a physiological hold on like preventing me from being famous, right? And so it's like I'm working on beating all these arguments, like all these restrictions on it, so that I can just go ahead and get back to living a pretty like logical life for somebody with my intelligence and my acceptance of concept. It's not just about being smarter, by the way. It's not just about being smarter. It's about accepting, like, look, I went through the phase of like, oh, I want to be special. Oh, I want to be different. And then I realized we are already fucking special and different. And so I was like, you know, if I can do it, of course somebody else can do it. And they're going to do it their own way. You know, if I make a song and it's like a brilliant fucking new style, right? And somebody else like, hey, I want to try that style. Would you be upset with me if I tried it? And I'd be like, no, of course not. Go ahead. And I'm like, oh my God, what you did was fucking beautiful. What you did was gory. Oh my gosh. Right? No matter what, they're always going to do their own thing, right? I accepted that, which is why I'm able to fully accept and embrace win-win. Where no matter what's happening, I'm always going to be myself and everyone else is always going to be them. The assholes that try to be like, yeah, but what if I take your identity? What if I take your name? What if in the entity source, in the entity board, we're all organized and all of our identities are organized in a chart to separate us? I took your identity. And it'd be like, well, you'd be win-lose, so you don't get to fucking participate in these levels of existence, dumbass. Yeah. But yeah, that's all this was. It was, we're actually interacting here, and the moment now is rendering those interactions. But this is where we actually are. So I'm pretty sure I'm about to travel to be here more often. And as a result, I'm going to end up seeing if there's anything ahead of that, or, you know, just getting out of this little, I don't know. We'll see. It'll be a bit of an adventure. It'll be oh, let me show you my face. It'll be an adventure. Oh, I got food because I was eating. It'll be a bit, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm still going to go though. I'm gonna do all this and we're going to go. Yeah, let's go.